Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you're not new, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really honestly appreciate your support. We recently hit 5K here on my channel, so thank you guys so much. I love you. And yeah, let's get into it. So today is going to be a quick review slash first impressions on Valentino Donna. Is it Donna? It's the Born in Roma but the Yellow Dream. This was recently released, and I just quickly want to say this is the first time ever that I am actually going to be doing my first impression review, if you will, without the bottle. And I know that annoys some people. If that annoys you, I'm sorry. Let me know in a nice way down below if you don't like this style of video, but it honestly wasn't my intention. I actually just went to Shoppers Drug Mart. We can buy perfumes at Shoppers Drug Mart here in Canada, and I have one literally across the street. So I didn't intend to sample it. Like, I literally went to the store to buy it, but then something told me to test it first, so that's what I did. So I figured I would do like my first impressions now while it's fresh in my memory and fresh on my arms. So this is a very spontaneous video, but yeah, I did ask the lady to spray the paper and spray my skin, and usually I don't do that, but I really should, because it smells different sometimes on paper than it does on your skin. But I always feel like I'm an inconvenience, and I hate feeling like an inconvenience, because Shoppers Drug Mart, for some reason, they have all of their samples, like fragrance testers, locked up, so you always have to ask for help, which is really annoying, and that's why I don't do that. But I went there today. Like I said, this wasn't my intention. I usually don't film these type of videos. I usually always film it with the bottle, because I know some people get annoyed when you don't have the bottle, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. I literally just went to the store, so that's why I decided to film this while it's fresh in my brain. And I did go there to buy it. I didn't end up buying it. So, little disclaimer, maybe that could give you a glimpse into what I think about it. But anyways, let's get into it. So, I went there to buy this fragrance. I think it was Amy Glam's video, and she had said, actually I'm not going to quote her because I don't know exactly what she said, but I wanted this fragrance because I actually did like the original Born in Roma, but it just smelled, I don't know, it didn't like wow me, and I have other scents kind of similar. And then this one, I've been on the hunt for like a good lemon scent, and this has, I think the notes that are listed on Fragrantica are lemon, rose, and white musk, and it was the lemon that kind of drew me in, because I wanted something very like zesty and like a nice juicy lemon scent. So if you guys don't know of any like good lemon heavy scents, let me know them down below. But basically that's what drew me into this, was the bottle, the lemon, and I wanted a nice like kind of zesty fruity scent for the summer. So I went in today to get it, and like I said, something told me to test it first. So what I did was I asked her to spray the paper and my arm, and then I walked around the store for a bit, because just to like see how it like, you know, played out. In the opening of this, I really liked it. I definitely got the lemon, but I also got a fruitiness. So I literally almost bought this. As I smelled the opening, I was like, this smells delicious. You got the lemon, and I almost feel like I smelt a little bit of pineapple. There's no pineapple listed, but it almost gave me like a little bit of a pineapple fruitiness in the opening. And then I did get a floral note, but I only looked up the notes after, so I didn't know it was rose. But if I was just like basing it off of smell, in the opening I got the nice juicy lemon, and it almost smelled a little bit like tuberose. It was giving me, not like exactly the same, but it was giving me My Way vibes, which I loved. And with a little bit, there was like a fruitiness. It almost reminded me of pineapple in the opening. So I almost bought this like based on the opening. It smelled delicious. But I'm glad I didn't, because then I continued walking around the store. I was shopping for other things, and as I was walking around, it was drying down to, so there's white musk in this, but when it was drying on my skin, it was definitely starting to smell a lot more floral on me, but mixed with like a heaviness, almost like a heavy vanilla. So I think Amy did say it reminded her of bourbon vanilla, if I'm not mistaken. And that makes so much sense to me, because the bourbon vanilla that's in La Nuit Trésor à la Folie, that can kind of make me nauseous, and in a way the dry down of this reminds me of that vanilla. It dries down on me. The dry down of this is very thick. It's heavy. It smells like vanilla mixed with yellow floral. So this doesn't really smell like rose to me. The opening almost smelled like tuberose, and the opening of this was so different. It smelled so delicious and juicy. But then after a few minutes, when I say dry down, I'm telling you, like, after a few minutes, I started to get like a heaviness to this and a thickness. And it was like, it almost smells like a thick kind of vanilla mixed with a yellow floral. So to me, just basing it on smell, it reminds me of like running through a country field. Okay, that kind of floral, if you know, you know. It reminds me of like yellow wildflowers, if that makes any sense. And there's it on me, the dry down is slightly powdery. So it's powdery, it's very vanillic. There's no vanilla listed, but I feel like I do smell vanilla mixed with a yellow floral. That's what I get. I don't really get rose. I get a yellow floral, and unfortunately, it's making me nauseous. So after I was in the store and I saw that I could smell that it was changing, I was like, you know what? Let me see how this plays out. Let me go home, let me think on it, let me see what it turns into, you know, because it's not linear. It definitely changes. So I was like, let me not like impulse buy right now. Because it's right across the street, I said, let me go home, let me think on it. And I'm really glad I did, because it definitely is one that changes. So as I left Shoppers Drug Mart, as I left the AC and hit the heat, because it is pretty hot here, like I said, we're definitely getting summer weather, but I figure that's a perfect day to try it, because I got this wanting it to be a summer scent. But as I hit the heat, it was like nauseating, because it's pretty like heavy. It's also getting like very faint right now, and I did not spray it that long ago, so know that. But as I hit the heat, yeah, it's very nauseating, and I think it's because of the vanilla mixed with the yellow floral. I know it says rose, but I'm just saying on me, it definitely smells more like yellow flowers, and those could be hit or miss for me, and in this case, it's definitely a miss. It's making me a little bit nauseous, so I'm glad I didn't buy it in store. But I really wanted to say, I'm glad I asked her to spray my wrist and the paper, because if I would have based it on the paper, like, it smells, if you could hear noise, I'm sorry, but it smells totally different on the paper. On the paper, smells almost like fresh. There's definitely like a shampoo-y vibe. It smells kind of like, but the lemon faded. I almost get no lemon. It just leaves me with a little bit of freshness and a little bit of floral. It smells, I guess, like a tiny bit fruity, but it really gives me like a shampoo-y, like a bougie shampoo, like a nice smelling shampoo. Mixed with like some floral notes. That's what it gives me. On the paper, it smells totally different on the paper. On the paper, I don't get any of like the vanilla that I get on my skin. And if I would have based it on this, I possibly would have bought it, but the shampoo-y quality, like the fact that it smells like shampoo, you know, that's not really my vibe. But it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell like too clean. It doesn't smell soapy. It smells like a fruity kind of fresh shampoo mixed with some floral notes, but still not totally my vibe. But I just wanted to let you know, it definitely smells a lot different on the paper than it does on my body. And on my body, the vanilla makes it, like, honestly, I feel like unbearable for the summer. It does. It really does smell like a bourbon vanilla mixed with yellow florals in the dry down. It's slightly powdery, slightly vanillic, a little bit thick, and floral. It doesn't smell bad, but that combination on me gives me a headache, and I wanted it for like the lemon. So at this point on my skin, the lemon is gone, and even on the paper, I don't really get the lemon. But the opening of this was beautiful. The dry down, unfortunately, was not my vibe. So I left the store without buying it, and in a way I'm very glad because I don't think I will be buying this. So I just saved myself a lot of money, and I'm really glad. I should do that more often because sometimes this is like the problem with blind buying. Of course you could sell them after, but I just find it wasteful. It's a pain in the butt because you have to wait to sell them, and this just saved me a lot of money. If this annoyed you guys, I'm sorry, because I know a lot of people don't like reviews based on like a paper or like body, like you spraying it on your wrist. But this one time I wanted to do it while it was fresh on my mind, fresh on my skin. I felt like I should do it because I literally went there to buy this, and I almost just spent $120 at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I just saved that money. So this is my quick little review. I hope it was quick. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.